Hey, it's Jordan with Laundromat Resource, and it might sound funny because most people don't think of laundromat owners as millionaires, but it's true. You can become a millionaire by owning laundromats, and in fact, there's quite a few laundromat owners who are millionaires. Now, not every laundromat owner is a millionaire. In fact, there's a lot of laundromat owners who basically just have a job or a part-time job as a laundromat owner, and it just serves as a little bit of extra income for them, almost like a side hustle. But that's not what we're talking about here. We want to talk about how do you become a millionaire by owning laundromats. Let's define real quick what a millionaire is, just so we're all on the same page. I'm sure most of you already know what it is, but if you're going to join the ranks of laundromat millionaires, you got to be aware of what that actually means. So in order to become a millionaire, we're talking about net worth, okay? And net worth is basically how much assets you own minus how much liabilities you owe, okay? So assets minus liabilities is your net worth, and you need that number to be $1 million or more to become a millionaire, okay? Now, I find that this is a little bit different and not as helpful of a metric actually as becoming financially free, which actually you can become financially free owning laundromats much quicker than you can become a millionaire. And if you're interested in that, check out the link down in the description or up here and go check that video out on how you become financially free owning laundromats. And in fact, you can do it pretty quickly. So that's a good video to bookmark and go back and watch after you figure out how you become a millionaire right here. So to become a laundromat millionaire, you need assets worth $1 million or more. Now there's three basic things that you can do in order to become a millionaire. Is you can, number one, buy assets worth $1 million or more. Number two, you can build assets that become worth $1 million or more. Or number three, you can combine those. You could buy something and then build off of that foundation to have an asset or assets worth $1 million or more. So for this video, let's talking about buying an existing laundromat or laundromats, and maybe even buying and then building upon that foundation in order to become a laundromat millionaire. The question is, how do you own $1 million worth of laundromats so that you can become a laundromat millionaire? Now, in order to figure that out, we need to have a basic understanding of how laundromats are valued. Okay, so the basic premise behind laundromat valuation is we need the net operating income, which is just your total income minus the laundromat's expenses. And that difference between the two is going to be the net income. And then we're going to apply a multiple to that net income. Okay, now the average laundromat somewhere in the 3.5 to 5 times multiple range, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. We're going to use 4 to 5 times the net income in order to determine the value of the laundromat. That'll just keep it simple. In fact, let's keep it real simple, and we'll keep it conservative too, and say that we need 4 times the net income, and that's going to be the value of laundromat. Now, before we move on, if you're getting intrigued by this idea of becoming a millionaire laundromat owner and you really want to dive deep into how to buy your first laundromat, I just want to point out real quick up here or down in the description, there's going to be a link to the how to buy your first laundromat course. It's free. It's right here on YouTube. You don't even have to give me an email address. Go check it out. You're going to learn a ton on how to find a laundromat for sale. You're going to learn how to analyze and value that laundromat. And then you're going to learn how to do your proper due diligence to confirm all the numbers that the seller is giving you to make sure that you value that laundromat correctly. It's a super valuable course, and you'll have a thorough understanding of how to value a laundromat by the end of it. It's 3 lessons long. It's not very long. Go check that out. All right, back to becoming millionaires. We're going to use 4 times the net income. So we need to know how much income we need in order to be worth $1 million. Now, all we're going to do is take the $1 million, divide it by our multiple of 4, which means we need a net income of $250,000. That's it. And then we're laundromat millionaires. Okay, now that might feel a little bit overwhelming, but let's break it down a little bit further. Let's say we start with a laundromat that has a net income of $50,000. And when we apply our 4 times multiple to it, that means that laundromat is going to be valued at about $200,000. I don't know about you, but I don't just have $200,000 laying around. So we need to get a loan. And let's say we go the conservative route and we go with the traditional lender who needs 40% down. So we need to come up with $80,000. Again, that could feel very overwhelming, but just stick with me for for now, okay? $80,000 is a down payment on our $200,000 laundromat that has a net income of $50,000. Now you're the proud owner of a laundromat that has a net income of $50,000. But let's face it, you're savvy and you're here watching these educational videos on Laundromat Resource. Maybe you've been listening to the Laundromat Resource podcast and listening to other owners and industry experts from around the world sharing their best tips with you. Who knows? Maybe you've even joined the Laundromat Resource Pro community, and over there you have participated in the weekly live calls that we have. You've taken the courses that are included in that community. You've utilized the premium tools and resources available to the pro community over there, and you've even joined a mastermind group of other laundromat owners who are constantly improving their businesses, sharing best practices, problem solving together, and you have done an awesome job and you've increased your net operating income from $50,000 to, let's just say, $67,000. If you've been able to take that laundromat from $50,000 to $67,000, and let's face it, if you're part of the pro community and you're engaged over there, taking the courses, joining the masterminds, being a part of the live calls, then this should be no problem for you. But if you've been able to take it from $50,000 of net income to $67,000 of net income, the new value using the same 4 times multiplier is $268,000. So you've not only been able to increase your yearly income by $17,000, you've also increased the value of your laundromat by $68,000. But listen, we've already talked about how savvy you are, and especially those of you who join the pro community are super savvy, and you're gonna be able to take that laundromat that you originally bought at a 4 times multiplier. You're going to be able to implement changes and improvements so that your laundromat will now be valued on the higher end, closer to that 5 times the net income, not the 4 times net income. That would take your value to $335,000. So if you are able to increase your net income from $50,000 to $67,000 and take the multiple from 4 times the net income to 5 times the net income by making improvements to the business, serving your customers well, and maybe even bringing more customers in, then you will have added $135,000 of value. So using this very simple example of a laundromat that's making a net income of $50,000, all you need to do, if you don't improve the business at all and it stays at a 4 times multiple, all you need to do is purchase 4 of those laundromats and your new net worth will be $1,072,000. You will be a laundromat millionaire. But it gets even better, because if you're able to improve the business and raise the multiple from a 4 times multiple to a 5 times multiple, all you need is 3 of these basic laundromats to become a laundromat millionaire yourself. And let's not forget that when you become a laundromat millionaire, you'll also be making $200,000 of net income. And you may not need that much to be financially free. That's the beauty of investing in laundromats, is that they're cash flow businesses and you can hit that financial freedom number relatively quickly. And if you want to continue to grow and build your wealth, you too can become a laundromat millionaire. If you want to shortcut your path to financial freedom, or if you want to shortcut the path to becoming a laundromat millionaire yourself, consider joining the pro community. Over there, we do have courses that are going to help you purchase and run your laundromats optimally. We have a live call every single week where we are doing Q&As. We do panel discussions, we analyze deals together, and we also have mastermind communities available along with premium tools to help you make the best decisions to run your laundromat business and to buy your laundromats. So go join the pro community over there and shortcut your path to becoming a laundromat millionaire.